So by expanding this work across Western New York, doubling up on our community workshops, we've gone from you fixing flat tires of wheelbarrows to, I think we're at 13 full-time employees, another 4 or 5 part-time. And that's incredible, and I think it has set us up to continue this work. But you're turning your sights towards City Hall with a mayor who likes to walk places, likes to bike places, believes in the power that being able to walk and bike has to create a strong community, both economically and just with strong community ties. And you're going to go off to be the parking commissioner. So I'm excited about that. You know that I've been excited about that since I heard that we get so mad when we see cars parked in the bike lane, cars parked on sidewalks, cars parked in crosswalks. And I think when we announced where you were headed, our social media just was ablaze with people saying, excellent, excellent, this is exactly what our city needs. So there's thousands of people who are ready to cheer you on. What should they be expecting from you in this first year, this next 4 years, from your department, from the vibe of the city?
Good question. I'm excited about this new position too. I think it's, for so long, working at GObike, our biggest obstacle has been City Hall, or a City Hall, regardless of which community we are in, convincing them this is the right thing to do. So the opportunity to work within City Hall and help be part of that decision-making process is exciting. Parking, I would say the first thing that I thought about was parking, was making sure that I lead by example and I turn down my free parking spot from the city. I'm using the free bike rack that's right next to the mayor's garage inside the building. But I think it goes beyond just, leading by example, but the systems and processes that the city currently has in place. How are we prioritizing who and where enforcement is happening? I recognize, what I've come to learn so far is that, there's reasons for alternate side of the street parking, whether it's to make sure that snowplows can drive down the streets and, get emergency services cleared away, during a snow event. But there are so many other quality of life parking issues that happen throughout the year outside of winter season that need to be addressed consistently. And so how can the city take a more proactive role in making sure that, we are not only enforcing the rules that we have, but the city as a whole is also leading by example in that regard. And so I really hope that, as I would say, don't expect anything new from me for the first 60 to 90 days because I have a lot to learn. But as I understand how this department works, I'm really looking forward to seeing how it could really support all mobility going forward and making sure that, some of these basic quality of life concerns of, cars parked on sidewalks so a person in a wheelchair can't get by, or riding your bike in a bike lane with your kids and you don't have to go out into traffic because someone is illegally parked there just for a second. All those things can begin to be addressed on a proactive way as opposed to the way that it's been, at least since I've lived in Buffalo, it's been very reactive.
Yeah, and we know that 1 in 4 households in the city of Buffalo doesn't even have a car.
Right.
So when a car is parked in a bus stop without a ticket on it, that screams that the policy is we ignore those people who would need that bus stop and things like that. So I do think you're going into one of the most outward-facing departments the city has, and you'll have the ability to set the tone of, this is a city hall for all of its residents, not just its car drivers. So yeah, just extremely excited, and looking forward to find ways to, be working together, or at least high-fiving when we see you. And just all of us, I think, have really high hopes for the Ryan administration and the changes that are going to come, and we're excited for you, and obviously grateful for everything that's been built here, and looking forward to what we can build in the future.
Yeah, and you guys get to carry it on.